Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing my everyday makeup. I wanted to break down all the steps and products that I use for my everyday glam. This isn't a 5-minute makeup. This is when I want to put makeup on my face, but it is fairly natural and easy to follow along to. You don't have to do all the steps, but I'm just a makeup lover and I like to incorporate a lot of products, a little bit of each, but I do have a bunch of products that I like to use to create this look. So I hope you guys enjoy my everyday makeup. I'm loving a focus on mascara, not really too much on the eyes, and pink lips. I'm obsessed with it lately. So you've probably seen on my Instagram stories a bunch of just my everyday makeup looks, and this is what it's going to be. So I know a lot of you wanted to see it, and this is the video for you. So thank you guys so much for clicking on this video, for spending some time with me today. If you've not already, I would absolutely love for you to subscribe to my channel by hitting the red subscribe button, the bell if you want to be notified of all my future videos, and let's jump into my everyday makeup routine. For my brows, I've completely switched it up. As of lately, I am using powder. And since I got this in the mail from Benefit, I've just been switched over to powder brows because it just looks a lot softer. And I'm also really enjoying this. I do love my Benefit 24-hour brow setter, but this is from Sephora. It is their Shape and Set Clear Brow Gel. Has a similar brush to the Patrick Ta, but it's not stringy. I found the Patrick Ta one to be a little stringy, and I don't like products that leave any sort of texture or flakes, or I don't know. Certain brow gels, if you've used a lot, you know what I'm talking about. They can get kind of goopy or have white specks. This one pretty much feels like water. Very similar to the Benefit, I'd say less laminated. It's kind of the perfect in between though. I've been really enjoying it. And it's the Sephora Collection price point. So if you're looking for a new brow gel, I would definitely check out that one. And then I just go in with a spoolie to shape the brows before it fully sets in place. Then the brow color I'm using is number 4. It's the Warm Deep Brown from Benefit. I used to use a brow powder pretty much when I first started doing my makeup. Then I gradually went over to, I think I had like a dip brow phase, but didn't we all? Then pencils, pens, and now back to powder. And then setting my brows first, I can see where I need to put the powder in. Then once I've roughly done my brows, I will clean up underneath and just have my eyelid with a little bit of concealer because I like to cancel out all that veining, and then I will set with powder. Usually when I'm doing a lot to my eyes, I will finish off my eyes right now before I go on to complexion, but since I'm not, for my everyday makeup, I literally just run a little bit of bronzer in my crease, small shadow liner. I'm not going to touch them right now. I'm not going to get any fallout. So I do move on to my base. I'm already prepped, have my moisturizer, sunscreen. I'll link the ones that I'm using down below, and I'm going to go in with my primer. So this is the one from Beauty Blender. I've been really liking it because you guys know I love the skin tint from Beauty Blender. So as soon as they came out with more complexion products to the range, I just feel like they work so well with that skin tint. So if you've purchased that skin tint because of me, I think you're really going to like these products because they complement it so well. So this is the Boost Firming and Smoothing Peptide Primer. I find this has a little bit of a glow to it. It's nice for all over the face. If you do have pores, I would reach for something in those trouble areas because I still go back with a pore primer, and I still can't pinpoint what this smells like. It smells like something familiar to me. My skin just goes red when I touch it. I always have to say that in videos, but it will go back to normal. And then for my T-zone, I use the Glowish by Huda Beauty Blur Jam. This stuff I cannot get over still. Just taking a little bit because I'm not using it all over my face. When I wasn't using the Beauty Blender product, I would put this all over, but I've just been using other things. I think it's important to press and not go in with your foundation right away on top of this product. You need to wait for that dry down. Then for foundation, going in with the Beauty Blender Skin Tint. This is my perfect everyday foundation. I'm going to be applying it with a Makeup by Mario. What number are you? Why doesn't it say? I forget the number of this. It doesn't say on the brush, but I can pretty much get my whole face done with this brush. Both cream, bronzer, contour, blush, my foundation. So good because I use this for the cream set with powder, and it's just one brush I need to grab. The perfect everyday makeup brush. So taking this end of the brush, just going to blend everything out. Then once the foundation is on, I like to take my damp sponge and just make sure everything is pressed and meshed into the skin. Then often I don't do this step, but I've been really enjoying this product and I just wanted to add a little bit for dimension. It is the LYS Cream Bronzer Stick in Harmony. I just think the color of this is perfection. If you've not tried this. So I do take my brush I was using for foundation. I literally use this for everything. So I'll use it for my contour. I'll go to blush with the same brush. And then this is where I kind of stamp it in with this side. And if I need to, if it's a little dark or whatnot, I'll go in and just press it in more. Kind of removes any excess, just blends it in further with the other side of the brush. And this is just the base, so it can be slightly dark because I will be setting my face with powder. Everyone's everyday makeup is gonna look different. I personally like taking the steps. It's just like self-care to me and I enjoy it. I just throw on music and do my makeup. I can't think of anything better. Honestly, it's so relaxing to me. So I like to get a good solid base done with that, because once the powder goes on top, it definitely lightens everything, and I need that base underneath so that it will show up and last throughout the day. So for concealer, I'm going in with my Hourglass. Again, I fell in love with this. I didn't purchase this for so long because I heard mixed things about it. I feel like you either love this concealer or you hate it. It can be a little much. That's why I just go in lightly. I recently got this concealer brush from Rare Beauty, so I'm just going to blend everything out with this. And this is by far the most full coverage concealer that I own. So if you have things to cover, you might want to check this one out. My blush is also a liquid, but I do like to do it after I do powder. So now I'm going to go ahead and take my Huda Beauty Pound Cake. I love this stuff. Sometimes I switch it up if I want a more pink look to Cupcake or Cherry Blossom underneath the eyes, but Pound Cake is my most used. Then I just take one of my triangle puffs from Amazon, pat it on the back of my hand, get off any excess, and just make sure that it looks smooth on the puff, and then I go ahead and press that on the face. You don't want to go in with patchy powder, because otherwise you're going to have those patches pressed into your face. So I just press underneath my eyes and my T-zone, and then for the rest of the face, I do a light dusting with a big brush. Now that the powder is on, I can kind of assess and see how I want the contour or bronze to look. I feel like it looks pretty perfect today, so I'm not gonna go in with a powder bronzer. Normally this is what I will use. I might do a light dusting at the end because I do use this in my crease and I kind of tie it together. But I feel like how chiseled I am right now is looking really nice. I don't know how often that happens for me, but it worked out today that I don't need to add any more bronze. But now for blush, I'm going in with Happy from Rare Beauty, and I just put this right on top of Powder Face. It works completely fine for me. And I go in with the dot directly to my cheek. I have no issue blending this out. And I do use that same brush, blend that in to the contour and pull it all the way back to the hairline. And then for more seamless blending, flip the brush around and then work out those edges. And then it gives the glow back to the skin. Sometimes a set face can look a little too matte. And then with no additional product on my puff, I just like to further press. Everything needs to be pressed into the skin. Otherwise it sits on top, emphasizes texture, and if you have texture pores like me, it's really important to get it one with the skin. Then for eyes, I'm just dusting a little bit of whatever bronzer I chose to use that day on a fluffy brush in the crease. I always wing it out slightly. Then with an angle brush and a brown of your choice, I like this one from the Fenty palette because it has this maroon reddish undertone that I feel like really complements green eyes. I'm just gonna use this as a shadow wing. And I don't make it too big, I just do it subtle so it almost looks like an eyelash. Then I'm just going to quickly curl my lashes. And then I love this mascara. It is from the drugstore. It is the L'Oreal Telescopic Lift. This is incredible. I'll just show you one eye and you'll see the difference between my other. This makes my lashes so long that I do find I get a little bit of transfer underneath my brow. So I might actually go back and pick up the waterproof once I'm done this one. Let me know, have you tried the waterproof in this one? How is it for holding a curl? I'm just gonna wait for my lashes to dry. While they dry, I will go back after and put a little bit of the lash accelerator on my lower lashes, but I'm just going to use a little bit of highlight from Rare Beauty with my finger. This is one of those beautiful formulas that you can Just use a finger. Truly melts into the skin. And I don't go overboard with this. This Rimmel Lash Accelerator is my affordable version of the MAC Giga Black. And I like the idea that this actually has some lash growth properties in it. Then for lips, I'm pretty much doing any sort of pink lip right now. I am obsessed. I'm looking for the perfect pink combo. This is kind of where I'm at right now. I'm still perfecting it, but I've been wearing this so much. And this lip liner I saw on Jean Watts, and as soon as I saw what she did with it, I knew I had to have it. It is from KVD. It's the Everlasting Lip Liner in Lolita. There is a Lolita 2. I know it's kind of confusing. This one says Lolita 10 on it. This is just the original Lolita, not number 2. Once the lips are lined, this is super creamy, so just beware. I still love it though, but it is a very, very creamy formula. You don't have to sharpen it. It's one of those twist up ones. And then I go in with MAC Thanks It's MAC. That's the name of it. I always get questions even when I say the name. It is actually called Thanks It's MAC. So this is one of the luster glass finishes. I just like to put a little bit of a lighter pink in the center. And then if I want it a little bit lighter, I will take a little bit of concealer. I just like a gradient because when I go in with the gloss, it just blends everything out. So I do want that dimension before I go in with the gloss, and I think this is such a perfect topper. It's from Laura Lee Los Angeles, and it's in the shade Rose Glimmer. It is so stunning, this color. Just makes the perfect everyday lip topper. And it smells incredible. Then to set the face, I always shake this, and it says on it, no need to shake. I'm just in such a habit of shaking my setting sprays. This is the Beauty Blender Boost 4-in-1 Firming Peptide Setting Spray. I've been testing this out, and I do like it. It still has that smell that I can't pinpoint. Please tell me, do you know what this is? I can't figure it out. It's bothering me. So I'm just gonna go off camera, fix up my hair, come back, and we will finish off this video. So here is the completed makeup for my everyday makeup. This is what I like to reach for when I have somewhere to be that I have longer than 5 minutes to get ready. This is the routine that I reach for when I just wanna feel like myself, but a more elevated version, more put together. And I love these products that I'm using. So highly, highly recommend if you're looking for certain products. I'm using my favorites currently in this video. I always feel my best when I do this routine. So I hope you guys enjoyed my take on an everyday makeup. And if there's any products or things that you recommend for me that are your favorites, let me know because I'm always looking to test out some more stuff. But this is currently just what sits in my top drawer, what I'm reaching for. I occasionally switch out some things here and there, but I know with this top drawer, I can throw a routine together quickly, come out looking like this, and I know that I'm ready for whatever I have to do. So thank you guys so much for clicking on this video, for wanting to see my everyday makeup routine. If you've not already, I'd absolutely love for you to subscribe to my channel by hitting the red subscribe button, the bell to be notified of all my future videos, and I will see you guys in my next one.